I want to tell you guys about how Monday went. Actually, it was a very difficult day. I had a stressful day with my family at the airport. So my parents, my brother, they're all going to India, right? And we had to help them, pack everything and get into this car. We had extra stuff, because my brother has, other wheelchairs and equipment and things like that. We get to the airport, there's very unhelpful customer service representative. And, I work with customers, right? So I'm in this field and I walk in after, making multiple trips to get my family to the counter. And then they're giving my dad a whole bunch of shit about the battery style of the thing that my brother's scooter uses. Anyway, long story short, I got really upset. Like, I was just not having it. I actually even kind of lashed out a bit and showed a bit of frustration to this customer service representative at the counter. And I immediately felt like, wow, I'm really not helping the situation. So I ended up, backing off, walking away. And I only got to see that my dad, who actually is, props to him. He knows how to deal with people way better than I do. He's definitely much older than me. And I gotta really, the lesson that I'm learning by reflecting on those series of events on Monday was that I got a lot to learn from my dad. And even though my dad has his shortcomings, he has his flaws, which, I'm very quick to point out to him and, look at him as if like, dude, you can't be giving me advice when you yourself are not doing some of these things, right? But the reality is, man, when it comes to dealing with people, when it comes to getting things done, there's really no one better than my dad. And I really got to learn that from him that day. And like the nugget of wisdom that I got out of it was like, hey, God has put people in your life, especially the real close ones like your family, to teach you something. Even with their pitfalls, even with their setbacks, the way they are, the things that tick us off, they're all there as mirrors to help you self-reflect. And that was one of the biggest takeaways that I got, that my dad, he's still teaching me things. And if I can be a little bit more like him when it comes to managing people, man, I'm going to get so much better in my business interactions too, because I've had also a lot of tough conversations this week, but I take a sense of pride in what I do, and building relationships is something that I love to do. And, going back to how I learned from my dad when he was dealing with people, when things don't go your way, it's so important to still remain calm and not let your ego flare up. And look, I have a huge ego. I got that from my dad. He has a big one too. But at the same time, I've seen him be so composed and just to get someone, just it's like it's an art. Like, I don't even know how to put it into words right now. It's like one of those things where there's been continuous reminders in my life lately where I have more growth to do. I have more learning to do. Another big thing is really like slowing down, when I have an outburst of emotions, when I feel reactive, just slowing down. It's just one of the biggest lessons, slowing down, taking a few deep breaths, remembering, surrendering to the higher power, asking God for help, asking the universe to help. It's just been a reminder for me this week because more and more things continue to go wrong. As I record this right now, we have no water in the house. We've had another major